From CPR, Continental Public Radio, the President's Weekly Address. And now, the President Weekly.
This week, the Supreme Court gave an early 4th of July surprise to the American people when a majority of the justices upheld the constitutionality of the Affordable Care Act. Now, of course, as somebody who used to teach constitutional law, I wasn't surprised. After all, the only laws or executive orders I might sign that might not be constitutional are kept secret. So we have a lot of parts of the Affordable Care Act to celebrate this Independence Day. And since most of them won't go into effect until at least 2014, I thought I'd spend a few minutes reminding you of what you might soon be grateful for. For one thing, millions of Americans who today can't afford health insurance will soon be covered by expanded state Medicaid plans, unless the states decide not to expand their plans, which we very much hope they won't decide not to do. Millions of others will be able to choose their insurance plans from exchanges set up by the states, unless the states decide not to set up the exchanges, in which case we'll do it for them. Unless the Supreme Court in a future case decides we can't do that, which we very much hope they won't decide. If you've got a youngster under 26, you'll continue to have him or her covered by your health plan unless your insurance company rewrites your policy to exclude dependents, which of course we really hope they won't do. And if you have a pre-existing condition, you'll continue to enjoy your freedom from being discriminated against by insurance companies unless, to compensate themselves for covering you, they raise premiums for everybody else, which we kind of know they will do, in which case we hope we can figure out a fix later on. You know, as I'm sure our opponents will remind you along the way this year, there was a time when I wasn't convinced the individual mandate was a good idea, so we didn't promise you that during the 2008 campaign. But in a larger sense, the victory we enjoyed this week means that we've delivered exactly what we did promise during that campaign year. Hope. Have a great 4th of July.
Funds for this broadcast came from the Dick and Dorothy Fromsen Foundation for live coverage of pre-taped speeches.